Now, multiples of 565 will give you more entries. So you don't have to do individual 565s, because every time you do that, there's like a PayPal charge. So if you want to enter this 10 times, 5650, that's just go put in 5650, and then it will, the algorithm will figure, the good algorithm, the algorithm that we pay for, the good algorithm will figure out what you should, if you qualify or not. So I know there's
more about the good algorithm, Uncle Beej.
On the donor page, it also lists the multiples of.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So once upon a time, there was a young algorithm. It was just a statically typed variable is all it was at the time. It's not even a full algorithm yet. It was just, and it was like, one day I'm going to grow up and be a function. And its father, its father was like, oh, you can dream bigger than that. You know, your mother and I had to get together and we had to do some code morphing. There was some object-oriented programming going on to make you.
They were pushed onto the same register.
I'm writing down some questions that I would like to have answered later on.
I'm not gonna keep telling this, am I? Why not?
We got time.
Yeah, we got time. We got an hour and a half, so we gotta do something else. All right, feet on the couch. Okay. And so you can dream bigger. The Father Constant said, you can be more than just a statically typed variable. And so he sorry, what? I didn't know if you were talking.
No.
Okay. So the little variable left his static typing behind, went out into the world to become a global variable, which nobody likes. But let's be honest, sometimes you need them. All right. So thinking back to my CS 101 class here, let's. Okay. So what was the first thing we did? So he went to the local Adventurers Guild and he defined himself.
Okay.
And they gave him a hashtag. They gave him a hash, and they said, "Great, thank you for doing this. Now that you've done this, someday maybe you can be included in the C standard library."
Whoa!
But until then, like all those people up there on the wall, always point to the sign. I love it when you point to the sign. Yeah. All those people up on the wall are part of the C standard library, and you can join them one day. And the little variable was like, "This is amazing. I'd love to do that." And they said, "But first, you'll have to go kill 10 bears and collect 10 bear asses." And so he went out into the forest with a stick and a pot lid, and he killed 10 bears and gathered the bear asses and brought them back, and they gave him some money, and he was like, "Good, I will start this is the start of my journey." And he met a mysterious wizard as he was leaving the guild, and the wizard said, "You know, I can just help you make all these problems go away. You sound like you're going to do a lot of hard work here. It's like I can set this all up for you, so you don't have to think about it."
No, that's a bad smell. That's a bad smell right there.
But the little variable was intrigued by this idea of having somebody handle all the hard work, so he could just become part of the C standard library. And I guess so okay. Let's see what happens next. So the wizard sent the little variable into the Caves of Recursion.
No.
From which few variables ever return. At least not the same as how they went in.
Can somebody else take it from here?
And Recursion sucked so much that everyone left and they quit their computing science degree. No one needs to know how to multiply a number by adding it together recursively.
I figured it out. So the little variable went into the Caves of Recursion, and he walked for a very long time, and he kept feeling like as if he was going in circles, and eventually he stumbled upon a cave. Deep in the caves, he stumbled upon a huge chamber with crystals and light, and it was gorgeous, it was amazing. and there sat the N-1 queens.
Whoa!
Of the Caves of Recursion. And they cast a spell on him and said,
There were N-1 witches?
You must go to the Towers of Hanoi. And you must seek you must seek the linked list. And the little variable popped out of the caves quite quickly, quicker than you would expect. And he returned back to the wizard, and the wizard said, "What did you see in there?" And he says, "I met the N-1 queens." And he's like, "Oh, yes, that's what I was hoping. What did they tell you?" And the little variable became very, very suspicious of the wizard because he realized that maybe he was just doing all of his dirty work, and what was he actually going to get out of any of this? And so he didn't tell him about the Towers of Hanoi. He said, I have to, oh, come on. God,
Refactor.
I have to
some refactoring.
I have to do some refactoring at the inn, and then I will at the Standard Inn. I have to go back to the Standard Inn,
and then through the Standard Out.
Yeah, and then I can leave again and go to the Standard Out. And the wizard said, "All right, fine, I believe you." And they returned to the Standard Inn, and while the wizard was sleeping, the little variable went through the Standard Out and went to the Towers of Hanoi on his own. And when he approached the Towers of Hanoi, there was a princess up in one of the towers, and she let down her hair. Just please go with me on this.
Uh-huh.
And he says, "But I can't reach your hair. It's not long enough." She's like, "No, you have to pop me off the stack into one of the other towers. Just push here." And he lifted and he popped her off the stack, and she landed in one of the shorter towers, and he climbed the hair.
Her name is FIFO. Princess FIFO.
That's great. Oh my god. We need to drink after this.
Or Philo. Princess Philo.
Princess Philo? Okay.
Yeah. Lefo? Oh
Lefo?
God. There's so many ways you could say it.
And so the princess, "Thank you for rescuing me. My mean mother, Mother Gigo, Gigo, trapped me here." Gigo. Which should definitely been used in the Ghostbusters film. Definitely.
Is that the little guy in The Mandalorian?
Mother Gigo's very tiny, but vicious.
Mother Gigo trapped her in the tallest of the towers, and all she had, and so Princess Lefo, all she could do was just sit there and process, try to figure out the way of moving everything over to hopefully that a small variable one day would come save her, and the small variable did. That was great. And so he returned. He and the princess returned back to to her castle so that he might confront Mother Gigo, and they might throw her off the throne because she is a usurper. So the Princess Lilo.
Linked list. I don't know.
It changes depending on how she's feeling on a particular day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is she a stack or a queue? We don't know.
Mm-hmm. And so they confronted Mother Gigo, and she's like, you figured me out. I sitting here as I'm here on the throne and everything, but clearly you have, yes,
on the heap.
You're sitting here
on the heap.
On the heap. You have discovered me, but you'll never defeat me because I'll be able to use this. I'll be able to lock you into a race condition.
No.
And the very
worst kind of condition.
And the princess said, "No, I have just the thing." And she handed the variable, the little variable, a weapon, and and he pulled out this. He took it from her. It was the linked list that he was looking for, and he And he's like, how do I use it? And she says, you use it a lot like an array gun. But it's not quite the same thing.
Okay.
And
It
it's
doesn't
going to
make
be...
the same sound. It
doesn't make quite the same sound. But man, you could just... as long as you remember what you're doing, as long as you have available memory, you could just keep firing it over and over and over. And Mother Gigo will crash. And he did. He shot her with that linked list.
The array gun.
And eventually that array gun, which was a linked list, you see. And soon Mother Gigo collapsed on the heap and rolled off the heap and fell and basically just looked like a heap. And at that point, the little variable was so proud of himself, and and Princess FIFO was proud of him too for doing what he could do to save her. And they shook hands and acknowledged each other's existence. And God, what's another thing that we could be doing here? What part of my computer science course did I fail? That's the part I should talk about next.
Like architecture layer. Like, are we?
It was very simple. I did a lot of Turbo Pascal. We wanted to make him into a function. That's what has to happen next. What would be better than making him into a function? God.
Like whole library.
Oh, that's good.
But I mean, if it's an algorithm, then
it really just it's the description of the entire process. Yeah.
A Unix program.
Only for doing one thing. Oh, a monad. That's excellent.
There we go.
Yes. And the princess rose onto the heap, and she held her staff, wand. What would she have?
Curly brace. I don't know. Pipe. Just a pipe.
She held up her pipe, and she dumped the little variable an entire monad. And she said, "You will stand watch over this kingdom, and that will be the only thing you have to do. And you shouldn't have to do anything else. And if you do, you can ask somebody else for help. Here, you can use this pipe if you need help." The little monad was very pleased with himself, and he went to stand watch outside the castle, and he felt like he'd accomplished something. He wasn't sure exactly what, but he knew that ultimately he was an important part of the process, and the kingdom would keep running. The moral of the story is, pay more attention in computer class.
So
and maybe take some creative writing courses.
So to answer the question, that's how we figure out how many individual instances of a particular amount is donated when you donate multiples of a number. So if you donate multiples of $5.65, you're entered to win the Dragon Pepe plush and costume. And how we figure out whether you've donated multiples is that story about the variable.
Oh no, actually the best part, who is this in chat asking, did it compile? Kiwi Paper Isac set? It compiled on the first try.
That veered into I like something from like the Phantom Toll Booth. I quite like that.